Frameshift drive charging.
Jump.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Next system. Next system. Next system. Next route.
Fuel scooping complete.
Jump.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
How's it going, Genji?
It's going.
Still doing all your run out to Colonia?
Yeah, I only got about like 4,000 light years out Saturday, and I just never had time to play with it again.
Fuel scooping.
Go nuts yet?
No, it's not too bad yet.
What's the farthest you've ever been out?
5K.
Oh, that ain't... No, yeah, it won't be too bad. It's just different.
Yeah, pretty much I'm just... I think I'm just gonna like hit a system, explore, see if there's any water or flights.
What was it? I need to find them, but there are systems out there if you want to stop by and repair. There are a couple of stations out there that's in between Seoul and... there's like 5 or 6 stations between Seoul and Colonia.
Well, I actually started at Cios and went up 500 light years.
Uh-huh.
and then plotted to clone.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go about 1,000 light years down.
Just to go. Bigger chance of finding an explored system.
Oh yeah, it's easy to find them when you're heading out there. Like I said, when you get to about the 5,000-6,000 mark, you'll find them left and right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. When I did my stream Saturday, I got to the first unexplored system, and I was like, better explore all these planets, or else Phoenix will pop into a system and then be like, God damn it! If all I do is a star.
Dude, I was out there messing with Oxy the other day. I told him to hop in his private group. I had my Jumpaconda. I took my Jumpaconda out to Beagle Point. And he was like, you know what? I bet I can clear 10,000 light years faster than you can get out here. And I was like, okay, I'll take a bet on that. So I flew out there, took the Neutron Highway out there, and got out there in 5.5 hours. Got about 10K away from Beagle Point and met him in the system he jumped in next. And he was like, what the hell? I'm picking up somebody. He's like, God damn it. Like, piece of shit. He only made it like 7.5 in that time.
Fuel scooping complete.
I've got full load of passengers. Just from that
That'd
alone,
get boring.
I'll make 180 million.
That won't be bad. My whole deal with Colonia or doing passenger missions, like I need to do them because I'm out there anyways.
Frameshift drive charging.
But it's like normally when I go out, I'll stay out there.
All these have like almost 4-week time.
Yeah, I know, but the last time I went on a true exploration trip, I was out for like 2 months. Because I know I didn't dock at a station for like 3.5 months at that time.
I got a question. If
That-
I die out here, for some reason, if I lose my ship, blow up, if I lose all the exploration data too?
Yes,
Ooh, jeez.
you will. And it fucking sucks.
I would imagine.
Pisses me off every time. Because I know I accidentally died at Sagittarius one time because it was my 3rd trip out there and I was in my half-ass combat fit Anaconda and I got a little too close to it. I didn't drop out at it, but Sagittarius does a metric shit ton of heat damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Not popping into a system stuck between 3 stars.
Oh, you'll be fine as long as you got heat sinks and AF. Well, yeah. If you've got the slots for them, I just grab AFMUs.
Yeah, I got them.
Just because they weigh virtually nothing.
I think I've got enough material.
Oh yeah, you should be good then. Yeah, it's like when you find those binaries that are just contact, and if you jump into one of the binary or one of the stars, then just pop a heatsink the second your FSD starts charging and pray to God that you can get out before the heatsink wears off.
I've popped in before and gotten pretty damn close. Like, now pretty much any direction I turn, my screen.
Yeah. The only problem you might have, and really between Colonia and Sol, just as long as you're not going this weird zigzag pattern 500 light years from each other, you shouldn't really run into a whole lot of black holes unless you're filtering them out. But there are black holes in this game that do an immense amount of heat damage. Watch out. Sag does a shit ton of heat damage. The Annihilator does a shit ton of heat damage. But the Annihilator and Sag are poor region, obviously. And then
wish I could
there's
take
a
screenshots.
handful of them, but you know what?
But I
Sorry.
wish I could take screenshots. But for some reason, my controls are messed up, and anytime I go into camera, my ship starts accelerating.
Do you have your keyboard hooked up still?
Yeah.
Are you using Steam?
But
Just hit
Steam's not
F12
on.
and take a screenshot with that.
Well, I mean, I can take a screenshot, but I can't like leave and get my ship and UI and everything.
Oh, okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, if you get the chance, you ought to go check out a Wolf Rayette. Wolf Rayette stars are freaking beautiful.
Yeah, I'm thinking of changing. Like right now, I've got the ground planning.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to take that off until I get to like 50% fuel left. Turn it back on.
Yeah, if you get the chance, pop over to Wolf Rayette and you won't regret it. Wolf Rayettes are so beautiful. But they're scary as shit. Don't get too close to them. It'll drop you like 2,500 light seconds away from it, and it'll still look like you're right on it.
$142,000 light second.
Speaking of Wolf Rayettes, I'm actually going to see where the hell the two are in the bubble. Somebody told me there was two of them in the bubble. Wolf Rayette Nebulas. Oh shit, I remember seeing that.
Fuel scooping complete.
So I got my HOTAS mounts finished.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty nice. Like if you look at your hand position in game, that's about where mine.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm not quite done with them, so I haven't taken a screenshot yet. I need to get a router and route the edge. But I'm gonna paint them black.
4, 3, 2.
Not bad.
The only problem is because the X52 has the cable that goes from the throttle to the stick. I got this damn cable in my lap.
No fucking way.
Shit.
Dude, there's a Wolf Rayette 800 light years from Quince. And it's in a planetary nebula called the Fine Ring Nebula. I might actually head out here. Like right the hell now. Oh. You know, it'd probably help if I was in the right goddamn ship for this. Screw those massacre missions. I'm running out there in this thing.
It sounds bad that I'm kind of clumsy.
Yes and no.
Disengaged.
I mean, I totally get it for all you guys that have a shit ton of ships and nothing left for you to do really in game besides tweak those ships.
Uh-huh.
But for me, it just seems like if I went out to Quince and ground a bunch of money and got me a Honda, that I would be missing a big chunk of the game.
Yeah, I agree with it completely. Trust me.
Like I'd be missing all the experience you get from flying stuff to build up that you just don't get from back and forth. At Quince.
Yeah. You had the honors of running across a black hole yet?
No, not yet.
Nice. I still hate them, but there's people that like them. But if you ever want to have a hell of a trip, go in and find a fairly large black hole. Not Sag-A. Don't do it with Sag-A. Find one and drop out on its exclusion zone. Let it force you out of FSD. Oh man, when you jump right out of that thing, good God, it is one hell of a visual trip. Just because of the Lindsay effect is insane.
Half the reason I wanted to play this game was just to see shit.
I haven't tried it with Sag-A, but with how much heat damage I take with Sag-A, I don't feel like trying it out. I feel like Sag-A would just be pure suicide. And if I jump that far, I mean, 25,000 light years isn't bad because it's only like 5 hours to get there, but still. That's also 25,000 light years of exploration data going there alone.
Yeah, I'm curious how much rank's going to be after this trip. Because apparently, passenger mission count towards rank.
Frameshift drive charging.
All 4 of these are, 3 of them are 38 million and 1 of them's 20. Exploration rate.
Ain't bad. I'm thinking when I start my next trip, I'm gonna wait until after I get done with the Thargoid shit, and then I'm gonna go do it with the 20k plot. Just because I'm thinking about transferring all my ships out to a couple of different stations.
Jeez, that's gonna cost so much.
Well, they're only gonna go. The station I want to put them at's 10,000 away. So I mean, the most expensive one's gonna be the cutter, and it's gonna be about half a billion to get it out there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because I know when I shipped it out to Colonia, it cost me 1.2 billion to get it out there. I wasn't jumping that big bastard out there. You couldn't convince me to go out in anything less than a 40 light year jump range. And its jump range is like 26. That'd drive me nuts. So you jumping right now?
Yeah. Getting a star.
Yeah, I'm heading out to this Wolf Rayet right now. I want to see what this one looks like. I've never heard of this one.
It kind of sucks. Like, I took off the filter to stop at KGB stars, and I'm still hitting KGB
Fuel sync disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Ooh, that's pretty. Very smart. There we go. Now leaks turned down. I was having problems hearing you there for a second.
Yeah, when I left CEOs, my plan was to do economical jump. Oh, I'll just do economical. And then I can hit as many systems. Just to go 500 light years with 77 jumps. I'm like, holy shit, this will take forever.
Yep.
Like, no, I'm going back to fastest. To take that estimate, 77 jumps for 500. 140, 150 for 1,000 times 26.
You have to be doing what Oxy's doing. Oxy's doing a grand total of like 5,500 jumps there and back to Beagle Point.
I'm not sure if I have it in me yet to go that far.
It's about the farthest you can go unless you circumnavigate the galaxy. Circumnavigating the galaxy is like 290,000 light years, depending on the way you go. If you go to the outer rim, you could be pushing 350,000 light years. I have done the inner rim that I could get to with my Asp Explorer, and I finished out at like 285,000 light years. Now that sucked.
I want to go so far edge of the galaxy, look in a direction it's.
Yep. Beagle Point.
You know, they're like, look, turn your camera one direction, you see nothing but black. Turn it around 180 degrees, you see everything.
Yep. That's exactly how Beagle Point is, and if you have a Anaconda with a 67 plus light year jump range and FSD injections, you can go out even farther. You just got to make sure you can hit refillable stars out there. There's a lot of them out there. T-Tari's right there on that outer rim. So you have to make sure. It's like the current record right now is somebody got about 3/4 of a light year away from Beagle Point. And that's the farthest anyone's ever jumped out from Sol. And that was actually set by a guy on the Zencast Discord. Kind of like the same guy who found Colonia. He's on the Zencast Discord too.
Fuel skipping.
Yeah, it's that way. If you go out to Beagle Point, it's that way. And if you head out toward the Formidine Rift, and you go about 500 light years past the Sargua, then you can find places like that where it's pitch black one part, and then the other part of the space is just you can see the whole galaxy.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I was thinking if I ever wanted to do some exploring, you know, who it is.
I'd do an anaconda and asp. The only reason I like the asp is because I'm really big about finding high G worlds. And I'm not hauling my cutter out there because I know for a fact my cutter can survive the 10G planet. I went in one day screwing around and slammed my cutter straight into the bastard.
Well, I saw, see the video Obsidian Ant posted where he tried to land?
Yep, same exact planet. Me and you know who Chris Wu is?
Yeah.
Me and him went out there. Me and him, we both went in megajoules, stacked our cutters, and we went out there. He was running like 10,500 megajoules, and I was running like 9.3 thousand megajoules on my cutter. We both went out there in a wing, and we slammed our cutter straight onto the surface of it full speed. Oh man, it only took us down to one ring of shields.
I think
It
the
was
video
beautiful.
I watched him see, he like ended up blowing up his exploit.
Yeah, he ended up blowing up like freaking 5 times. He ended up having like 5 different rebuys or something before he finally landed on it. And me and Chris found a planet that is currently, it's kind of like Triton. When you try to land on it, it pops up that little red icon around it where it's landable, but you can't land on it because there's some sort of permit to it. There is a planet out towards Colonia that has that same red ring around it. It is called the, or it's a 200G world. And it is landable. There's just some sort of permit lock on it.
Frameshift drive charging.
I would love to attempt to land on that thing. That would suck. You'd immediately hit the damn thing. You'd immediately hit that atmosphere on it. Or not atmosphere, but hit the orbit of it, and it's just going to immediately pull you down and squish you to a freaking penny.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny that you try to land on one of the IG until you start taking control damage.
Yeah, you start just taking hull damage. It's like, oh, you're at 50% hull damage. Wait, what?
Yeah, you're getting crushed.
It's like, no one's shooting me, though.
I actually just came across a explored system out here.
Huh.
First one.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about going out when you take the straight shot from the bubble out to Colonia is if there's a heat map you can look at. So many people go out there towards the same direction that there's a lot of systems that are discovered, but there are a lot more that aren't discovered. But like I said, you look at that heat map and you'll see Colonia to the bubble is completely covered in lines. Sagittarius, the bubble's covered. Beagle Point, everyone thinks you shoot straight out to Beagle Point. You don't want to go through the core because it gets so dense, especially if you're buckyballing. It'll get so damn dense out there, it'll take forever to plot, and then it'll just build up like an hour of your time alone just plotting out in the core region. So a lot of people go out between the arms, and then when people finally get out past the core, they'll shoot straight there. And ooh, I'm jumping into it. And when they when they get there, a lot of them, if they have less than 35 light year jump range, you have to go on one of the outer arms where there's enough stars to jump between. Ooh.
Frameshift drive.
This looks pretty. I'm kind of ready to jump in now. Set throttle roll to 0. Ooh.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jesus Christ. I am 1,500 light seconds from this thing. God damn.
Well, this person scanned all the planets, but none of them.
I believe it.
Maybe you're gonna go that far out.
Uh-huh. God damn, this thing's so bright. It's damn near up there with neutron stars.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it's like I kind of want a ultra-wide monitor and a track IR. The big TV. Dusk.
Ultra-wides are expensive, but man, if you got the computer to run them and you get the right ones, God, they are beautiful.
I would imagine.
Only thing I hate about them, and that's nothing to discourage anybody about ever getting one, is that the refresh rate's just too damn low for me. Like, I played too many other games to have only 100 hertz refresh rate.
Well, have you seen that? That I think it's the Acer Predator.
Yeah. If you're gonna look at something like that, nothing against Acer, I like Acer, but look at the Asus PG34. Are you talking about the big badass ultra wides or just the Acer Predator in general?
Oh, the big ultra wide. That's like $1,300.
Yeah, Asus has their equivalent of it. If you give it about a month, they're about to drop them down to 1,000. And they're 3440 by 1440. They have a Asus ROG LED on the bottom of them that displays on the desk. Refresh rate's 100. It is G-Sync compatible.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
That's actually my main monitor right now. Or not main monitor, it's just my watch TV and bullshit monitor.
I'll get one eventually, but I want to get a new card first. What's the point of getting one?
Fuel scooping.
Yep.
System scan.
What graphics card do you have right now?
I got a 970.
Oh, okay.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I would recommend anybody who gets a 34 to get a 1080 at the minimum. I believe a 1070 could do it, but I mean,
Frameshift drive charging.
just for the best. So you want to see what a Wolf Rayet looks like? Give me a second. Where the hell is... Oh, he's probably not off work yet. Yeah, man, I understand. Like, dude, this game is beautiful on ultra wide monitors, but I couldn't use one for my main gaming monitor.
Fuel scooping.
Because my main gaming monitor is a 27-inch ROG Swift,
Disengaged.
and it's got the 1 millisecond response time. And this is a newer one that's 240 hertz refresh rate. And it's my main gaming monitor, but I use the ultra wide just to screw around, especially when I'm playing Elite, because it looks so damn good on 14 or on that ultra wide 1440.
Like, I was thinking about getting the Vive.
Vives wouldn't be bad, but I'd wait. I'd wait for them to come out with the next gen and see what happens with them, because they kind of screwed up on the new one, or on the old models.
Well, the problem for me is I've never done VR, so I wouldn't know if I would like it or not. I'd have to go test it out first.
Yeah, they're not bad, but the problem with but I would say the big problem with VRs is there are games out there that they say they run well with, and they do, don't get me wrong, but the problem is with VRs is you get a game like Half-Life or any first-person shooter, if your computer can't handle, or just some of the games that aren't optimized to run on certain computers, it will freeze. And man, motion sickness or not, when it freezes and it stands still in frame after you've been moving around like that, your ass will throw up. It is terrible.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. I get motion sick in cars.
Yeah, it's not bad, just as long as you got the big badass computer and that your PC can handle it. Because it's like a 1060 could do it, but it also depends on. It just really depends.
3.
But from what it sounds like, if you're wanting to get an ultra wide, you're gonna have to get a pretty good graphics card. But what's also nice with the whole graphics card thing is, well, actually, I need to check that. I might lie to you, so I need to check. Nvidia is supposed to be coming out with something new. I don't know when, but they're supposed to. I don't think they are, but I'd rather make sure. I don't think they're coming out with them yet.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, basically, it'd be a good time to start shopping for graphics cards here in the next 4 or 5 months, because here at about early 2018, they're supposed to be coming out with the new Volta lineup, and the Volta lineup will be basically be
Frameshift drive charging.
the next step or the next step from the 1080 Ti, because what they're planning on doing is just for the basic model, or the equivalent of the 1080 Ti. The current 1080 Ti has a
2. 1.
like 30. I don't know. Let me look. They have 3,500 CUDA cores. This new graphics card they're coming out with will be cheaper than the current 1080 Ti, but will be pushing
Fuel scooping.
5,400 CUDA cores with over 2.3 gigahertz of clock speed, when the current average right now is like 2,000 CUDA cores, and 1.5 gigahertz on the clock. And they're about to come out with those, so here pretty soon those 1080s ought to start going down in price big time. Because I know a couple months ago, before they had all the bullshit with the farms, or the farmers and stuff, they were all the way down into the mid 400s, which was phenomenal. But now they're up back in the higher 400s, lower 600s.
We're trying to pay down debt, like student loan. I've only got $125 on money spending.
So it's all going to be up just on how you save it.
Yeah, it's gonna have to save.
I hear you. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Just because I wanna start getting my setup and stuff changed up and get it out of the living room. Because I got a little space I can put it, but first I want to get a different desk. I've been using the same desk for years and now it's just going to shit on me. So I want to go get a nicer desk, and I was sitting there pricing desks down at IKEA the other day, and holy shit. They were nice, they were badass, but I was not prepared to spend $500 on 2 drawers, 8 stands, and a fucking, it was 2 cabinets, or these 2 really nice, filing cabinets to lay the slab of wood on, but the slab of wood alone was like $250. I was like, no. But that would be cool and all, but I'm not going to spend money on something that I don't need. I can just go down to Lowe's and get the shit to make one.
There's the desk I bought.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Desk?
And I've thought about...
Desk was great.
What's up?
Chair was not.
The chair was not. I want to get one of the sit-to-stand desks. The ones I got down at the school are sit-to-stand, and I would love to get one. But the problem is I've got my kid in the house, so I don't want her to go in, sit there, play with it, mess it up, and then I go in and drop $1,500 on it, and it gets torn up, you know.
Oh yeah, that autonomous is on. I got the biggest one.
Really? How big is it, like, lengthwise?
I think this one is 63 inches.
63, damn. I need at least 8 foot.
I have a bigger one.
I might look real quick, actually. So, I mean, that's not bad for a sit-stand. A lot of sit-stands I've ever seen have been easily $1,500 and up.
Oh, no.
Is there any way to get
I've
one
got the
without
70 inch
there? Oh, you got a 70 inch.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I could make that work, but like what I want to accomplish is not only put my setup on it, but also put my wife's setup. Like, she's not on it a whole lot, but then it'd be really nice for hers to be stationary somewhere out of the way where it's not going to get torn up or anything. I don't know, for that price, it probably wouldn't be too bad to go buy 2 of them. I don't know. I'll have to look at it more. How are they on balance? Do they tend to wobble a lot?
No.
No? Really?
It's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's not like a rock.
Fuel scooping.
But it's not something you can sit there and grab and it's going to move 3 inches on each side.
Oh, no. The get the one, the business edition. I think now the
Fuel
business
scoop
one is dual
disengaged.
motor. It's basically
Uh-huh.
because I have monitor arm. I asked him. I was like, I have monitor arms. I want something that's not going to wiggle every time I touch a key on my keyboard.
Frame shift drive
They're like,
charging.
oh no,
Uh-huh.
no, get the dual motor one. So
Yeah.
I mean, like you bump it, of course it's, but you know, you can't just like grab it and start shaking it. Pretty steady.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Fuel scooping.
Actually,
One thing I can tell you though, I would not recommend blacktop. It scratches very, very easy. You can see it.
what's that?
The black one.
Black one?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, I would get something like the oak or the.
Yeah.
It's black and glossy, so it gets a scratch on it.
Frame shift drive charging.
I have a cat that gets up on my desk to look out the window. Just see scratch marks all over.
Huh. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the DIY kit.
3, 2,
Oh yeah, you can get just the base.
Yeah, that's actually not bad at all. Go and get just the base, and then I could go in and pick up a, what am I thinking here? So which one's wider, the home edition or the business edition?
The
Not saying it. Unless I'm just missing something specs. Yeah, there they are.
yeah, it's-
42 to 70 inches on the smart desk. DIY with the home edition business will be 42 to 70 as well. Okay, okay. I think it was just a slab of wood that was kind of throwing it off.
yeah. I mean, if you wanted to go cheap, you just go buy a piece of.
That's what I'm thinking. And from the looks of it, you can literally just go in, put your shit on there, and then you just mount the controls under the slab of wood you put on there, or metal, whatever.
Yeah,
frame shift drive charging.
and most of the controls are integrated into the motors. The
Yeah.
motors are part of the legs, so it's really clean.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's something else I need to do if I get a desk. I need to get I need to get monitor arms, because right now they're not on monitor arms, and I don't like how they stand next to each other. Alright, so in all, let's look at this.
Fuel scooping.
Let's say I do DIY kit.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frame shift drive charging.
pressing that it keeps saying.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
It didn't look bad. I might have to look into it a little more.
Fuel scooping complete.
So I think the only thing that'll keep me away from it is I just want it to be a little bit longer and what am I thinking here? I just don't like the leg design on it.
Frame shift drive.
I found a desk I liked, I just can't find, or I found it in a video, I just can't find what desk it is.
Four, three, two, one.
Whew.
Fuel scooping.
Let's see what's out here.
Fuel scooping complete.
Kind of want to check it out.
Probably a short ship. Raggy. After somebody, and I sure as hell didn't do it this time. Dang.
Yep. Meters to the exclusion.
Yeah, fuck it.
Cash.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Yeah, like some routers come with a table. The corners, edges. That.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
It seems like I get only about 1,500 a year.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
This card's in, I think, at 75C right now.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Go.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.